For my first YouTube since middle school, we're gonna go to Yosemite. Packed, ready to go. Going to Yosemite. I've got a bunch of different sweaters and layers. All of these are thrifted. My outfit for tomorrow, bananagrams, of course, some cards, good mug. They probably have mugs for going glamping, but I love a good tin camping mug. Speaker for some tunes. I love bringing one of these just because when you're hiking, if you're hot, you can just throw it into a lake and get some water. You guys are gonna have to bear with me because I am not used to talking to the camera. I'm used to doing voiceovers, so this episode might be a little bit boring, and feel free to shoot me a DM with content that you think would be a little bit more interesting if this is not interesting. Wear on it and tie it around your neck and it cools you down. There's so many great uses for one of these guys, so I always bring one with me when I go camping. Tripod, of course. A day pack. These slip-on shoes for at night, they have never been worn. That's why they're on my bed. Otherwise, no way in hell would I be doing that. That's what I'm gonna pack. And there's my laundry that I didn't get to. I also have a big puffy layer for campfire times. And then another day pack, some dried mango, which I've really been loving lately. I also should have mentioned that this trip is kind of a brand trip. It's not really a brand trip in the traditional influencer brand trip, but my friend Cass, who's a photographer, reached out to see if I would want to help her on this trip. So I guess it's more of like a work trip. It was not vacation, I'll just say that. But it was fun. Okay, back to the content. My camera, a Calm, like supplement thing. I've been using the nighttime sleeping ones, and I felt like bringing these just because sometimes when I have to sleep in a new area, I get like a little anxious. So totally forgot that I brought those with me, and I barely slept the whole trip just because I am an anxious sleeper, and there were noises that I was not used to, and that kept me up at night, and I should have remembered that I had these little things with me. Hindsight, it's a great thing. Or a curse. You be the judge. So that's why I brought those, and just like some other stuff, sunglasses, and yeah, that's my pack. To Yosemite in a long time, like maybe since high school. So like over 10 years, but I think it was maybe even middle school. It's been a long time. Again, you guys are gonna have to tell me if you find this stuff interesting or if you find it boring. Obviously, I'm biased because watching myself is kind of cringy, but let me know if you think these weird little stories are fun to watch. I promise my other videos will be a little bit more engaging. I promise. I promise. No matter what it's been. And the last time I was there was a really beautiful meteor shower. And I remember I was with my friend and her family, and my friend and I were sharing a tent, and we zipped up the tent all the way, but the bottom part we left unzipped, and we just had our heads out looking at all the shooting stars, and we were just like silent in awe and giggling, and it was just such a memorable, like I can visually I see it in my head. It was such a core memory. And there was one point when a shooting star went by, and she was like, "Do you know what I just wished for?" And I was like, "Yep, I wished for it too." And it was like the same wish because one of our friends was like going through a time, and we both just like wished for the same thing for that person. So anyway, it's such a special place, and I'm really excited to be going back. And I'm not camping on the ground, I'm glamping, so like it's gonna be a airstream situation, and it's gonna be cool. I've never done that before, so I'm kind of Like, I don't know what to expect really at all. I'm like, do they have plugs? Am I gonna be able to charge my camera? Who knows? We'll see. It's only for 2 nights, 3 days, so it'll be a fun time. We'll see what happens. I think it's gonna be great, but I'm going with a good friend, and we're just gonna explore Yosemite and take some really pretty pictures, and that's it. Gonna go pick some fresh herbs and veg from the garden for some brekkie before leaving. Okay, I think arugula and maybe a little spinach is what we got going. Lettuce I had to cut off because the bugs got to it, so I planted it a little bit higher up. Hopefully they don't get to it here. Maybe some greens too, but definitely some arugula. This is the first time since growing up that I've had a garden space where I can actually plant veg and greens and flowers and just kind of explore with gardening again. And this spring I've planted a few things, so we'll see what the garden turns into. I got some more lettuce growing here, watercress, and some more arugula starts here, and then I think more arugula here, or spinach. I'm making some vegetarian sausage. It's the brand Jack and Annie's, and I love their vegetarian options because they're made from jackfruit instead of soy or wheat, and they're so tasty. So love Jack and Annie's if you are a vegetarian that looks for protein, fake meat things. This is my friend Cass. She is such a talented photographer, and she's the one who invited me to go to Yosemite with her. She lives in Santa Cruz, which is just like 45 minutes away from me, so it's really nice to have a good friend close by. And we went to school with each other, but we never were really friends until after graduation, which was kind of funny, but that's how life works sometimes. This is the Autocamp that we were staying at in Yosemite, and they are such a cool brand. Basically, it's just a bunch of Airstreams like this all plopped on one location, and these are the rooms that you rent out instead of a hotel room. It was my first ever glamping experience, and I loved it. When I'm camping, I would not worry about makeup, but since I'm here for content. Okay, more context about the trip that we were on. So Autocamp reached out to Cass to have her do photography for their website and things like that. And then I got brought on to capture some images for their socials and things like that. But I was also kind of being a stand-in model for Cassie's photos. That's why I had to be a bit more presentable. I have to be a little presentable, and I brought my curler, and if you don't have a hair dryer and you do the hair dryer trick, which is just getting it warm before curling your lashes to make it hold more, you can run it under hot water, dry it off, and then it's really warm and it will hold your lashes up a little bit more, just for a little bit longer. Hot tip anyway. See you on the trails. Going camping, but not really because we're staying in an Airstream. But we're going hiking. Okay, going hiking today. This is my mini bag. The big bag, which will stay in the car for between hike outfit changes, is in here. And then also my camera bag. Because the simple, beautiful, easeful life that is portrayed on social media is fake, and it's really full of multiple bags and outfit changes in the car. And that's just a super fun reality, which actually is fun because it's like playing dress up and playing outdoors for work, which I'm very grateful for and fun, but it is a reminder that everything on social media is fake. And yeah. The Autocamp that we were staying at was about 45 minutes away from the park, so we drove into the park and then hiked a lot, and I totally forgot to take YouTube footage, so these are just normal videos that were zoomed in a little bit. I promise I will get better at YouTube, but enjoy the views for a moment. It was a great time, and I recommend going to Yosemite if you can. I'm still getting used to YouTube, and I completely forgot to record trail content that was horizontal. And so the few clips that I did show were vertical, zoomed in, horizontal. So mind the crappiness. I will get better, but it was beautiful. It was a little bit... This is me 2.5 glasses of wine in, so please bear with. We were hoping for more like green, like the vibe that the brand wanted was like spring meadow with flowers, spring vibe, and that very much was not the vibe because it is the end of winter and the trees were barren, and so it didn't give the vibe of spring. It was still really pretty and nice to move the body and hike, and then we stopped at oh gosh, I'm forgetting the name of it, but it was like a hotel resort kind of thing within the grounds, and we got a drink and like a snack, which was really fun at the end of hiking. And then came back and just played some games by the fire and I got pizza, and it was so good. And then we just chilled and talked, and then it was like 8:30 and now it's like 9 and we're going to bed. That was it. It was a short weekend, but it was really pretty and really fun. And I thought it'd be a fun time to start trying out YouTube. And so yeah, this is me getting used to YouTube, and I'm more like, if you follow me on other platforms, I'm a little less talky on other platforms, but I feel like I could just be a little bit more relaxed and have not necessarily fun, because I have fun creating the other kind of content on the other platforms, but this is just like a different kind of fun. It's just like a different avenue. It's a little more relaxed and chill and not edited, not curated, which there is a time and a place, and I have so much fun doing that kind of stuff. So yeah, but getting used to YouTube on this trip, and I thought it'd be a fun place to kind of kick things off. But other YouTube posts are going to be more like at the cottage, home design tips and things, and then just like life there and gardening maybe. And I posted a story asking people what they would want to see, and those are kind of the vibes of what people want to see, plus thrift hauls and just like life. So this is the vibe of how I'm gonna do these videos, just like so not curated, and a little bit like this is how I am with my friends in real life. A little bit weird and awkward. So yeah, that's gonna be the vibe on YouTube, and if you dig it, here we are, and if you don't, you are welcome to exit line. Weird and awkward, mate. Here we are. Got home and compiled all those videos into a YouTube video, and I don't know if my middle school YouTube videos are more cringy or if that was more cringy, because this is so painful to watch yourself talk to the camera, hence why I am avoiding eye contact with the camera right now. But anyway, it was fun, and it is fun, and I'll get more comfortable with it. So